Let me show you how to install Google Fonts on your website. After you find a font you like, click the Get Font button. Then select the Get Embed Code option. The embedded code will need to be copied into two places on your website. One part of it has to be added to the head of your HTML, and the other has to be included in your CSS file. Let's test it in a CodePen, a real-time HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code editor. I have a sample page here with some text, and I would like to change the default font to the Italiana font that I found in Google Fonts. The first code I need to copy and add to the head of my HTML. Whatever platform you are using, WordPress or a website builder, you need to find the head for your HTML. Then paste the link code there to import the font and save. Then go back to the Google Fonts second part of the embed code, the CSS styling. Copy the code and paste it in the CSS file or a CSS section of your website. The Google Fonts CSS code is set up with a class attribute, that is the name of the font. You can add that class to each element in your HTML, but that is not efficient if you want to use it throughout your site. So I will change the CSS code to apply to a more general text such as paragraph. Now, all the text on my website is using the Italiana font. I can add additional CSS for the font, like its default size, etc. What about adding multiple Google fonts to your website? You can easily do that as well. I'm going to search for additional cool fonts and select the Get Font button each time. Every time I add a new font, it is saved in my Google Font cart. Currently, I have 6 Google fonts that I would like to use on my website. I'm going to select the Get Embed Code. Notice that the embed code is much longer now and includes links and CSS to all the 6 fonts I selected. To use them, I will replace the previously copied code in my head with this new one. Then copy the CSS for each font. I wish I didn't have to copy each one individually, but unfortunately I do have to do that. The text on my website went back to the default typeface because I copied the CSS code with each font's class attribute that is currently not used yet. As before, I need to assign each of them to either a specific class, heading, or ID. I will make some changes to my HTML so you can see how each section can be easily modified to use the new fonts. Voila! That looks interesting. Thanks so much for watching.